think in terms of social community organizations, community centers, etc., and you talk about child care within those areas, why don't you, having worked in child care for so many years, why don't you give us sort of what might be considered the average setup of most community kinds of services that you are operating, which is to say that not only would it apply to Bethelham Centers, but it would apply to most community service organizations that you could think about when they think about child care and et cetera. Let's talk about it from that perspective.
Well, in terms of the child care programs that I've seen, including Bethelham Center, of course, there seems to be definitely a need to get the parents involved. So there's a lot of parent organizations. We have a parent advisory board that, you know, helps us with fundraisers, things of that nature. Also with the centers, you generally see the makeup of the toddler classes incorporated. You have in some centers you will have the infant classes, and then you have your preschool and your pre-K classes. There's also a lot of Head Start programs. We have 2 sites, and at one of our sites we've just recently incorporated the Head Start program into the other preschool program, which seems to be working out very well. But around the city you basically see the same thing. There's a need to definitely impact the children and to let them experience different experiences, whether it be taking them on special field trips, just trying to broaden their horizons so that they're able to see things that maybe they wouldn't normally get to see or experience.
And so you think that a Head Start program, I think you mentioned Head Start, is one of the programs that we've heard a lot about, but it's an old program and maybe not many people understand exactly what Head Start is all about. So why don't you talk about Head Start from your perspective and from Bethelham Center's perspective?
Well, actually, I'm still in the learning process of Head Start myself. Like I said, it's at our other center. We have 2 centers, a north side and a south side. And at the south side, which is out on University Court, they've recently started that up. The Head Start program, the requirements are a little different than, say, if a person goes down to Metro Social Services and it gets on certificate and it comes to our center just during the preschool program. But a lot of the same teachings are going on. Some of the things I really do like is that they do the visits with the parents, the home visits, just to ensure the safety and to do a checkup, you know, and to let them know that we do care. It's not just about you sending your child here and us getting your money. It's about us really caring for your child and trying to service not only the child but the entire family and the community as well.
Would it be safe to say that these programs actually give the students a head start in terms of the young people a head start?
I believe so. I've had the the pleasure of being able to go into metro schools, and a lot of times I'm receiving information. Children will come back who graduated from me in a pre-K class stating how I was the only child in my class who was able to do this, and maybe some of the other children did not have that head start, as you say, and did not have that beginning and that basis that the other children who were able to go to a program such as Bethelham Center.
And so these programs do work, you believe?
Oh, definitely, definitely. And I think it really gives them a lot of self-esteem as well as independence. And it just helps them to grow and to be able to function in a program such as Metro Schools.
Now, Ms. Fleming, we'll have probably our first commercial break within the next minute. But what I want you to do is to talk about youth development from the perspective of recognizing that the youth are in trouble. I mean, at least we're in trouble because our youth are in trouble. And from that perspective, start talking about it. I'll interrupt you and we'll give you an opportunity to pick it up after the commercial break. Let's start talking about it.
Well, with the high crime rate that's, very obvious in the city of Nashville, and then the influctuation of drugs and whatever in our community, there's really a need to have quality youth programs in Bethelham Centers and other agencies throughout our city to just try to help combat some of these problems that our kids are up against. There's a big deal with peer pressure now, kids wanting to be like other kids and what have you. We see all the rap videos, we see lots of other videos that are influences on our kids and what have you, so we need to do things that are combative.
And of course, Ms. Fleming, let me interrupt you at this point, and we'll pick up that when we come back, and we'll be back with our audience following this short commercial break.